It is day 35. You're probably thinking we're pretty spoiled these days. I keep having these videos with clean hair and inside places. Um, we did about 24 miles on the road today. We kind of realized yesterday when we were looking at our next few weeks that we are getting a little short on time. And one of the ways we could help with that is looking at all the connecting routes, which right now on the western bifurcation, it's literally just like almost 80 miles of roadwalks until we get to the next trail section, which is called Baraboo. So we kind of decided yesterday that we were going to make our own connecting route. And we turned what would have been like a 30 plus mile day today into 24, and like another 30 plus mile day tomorrow into 18, because we know so far we haven't been very successful in doing those 30 plus days, especially 2 in a row. So just trying to get to the next segment of actual trail, and we will be able to do that successfully tomorrow. So that is awesome. We had a really good day for a 24-mile day on the road. Started out a little dicey. We were walking down kind of a main 55-mile-an-hour road, so made the morning interesting. Probably didn't actually need to drink any coffee because there was no way to be tired and unalert on that road, but we made it work and survived, so that is good. Then we got to move to some really backcountry roads, so that was really nice and relaxing, so not too bad. Definitely got pretty hot towards the end when we were walking into the Wisconsin Dells, but once we got here, we got some ice cream, so that was great. And we're in a big city, so we got DoorDash delivered to the hotel, so we didn't even have to leave to do that, and we had already done laundry yesterday, so really just kind of been relaxing since we got here. Definitely looking forward to knock out. I think there's about 12 to 14 road miles tomorrow before we get to Baraboo. And we're staying at Devil's Lake State Park, and we have heard that that is a beautiful area, so looking forward to that. Bodies are feeling pretty good. Of course, our feet were tired when we got here, but overall, both of us were feeling pretty impressed with the day and how we handled it. We got a little slower at the end, but it just started to kind of get warmer. So hanging in there and looking forward to Devil's Lake State Park tomorrow. Oh, and Baraboo, I've heard that's pretty as well. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hello, friends. It is day 36, and yes, I am sitting in a cemetery. Yeah, this is one of our favorite break spots because they're like, you know, on the sides of roads and quiet and peaceful and have shade. Mother Nature has derailed us once again. We woke up this morning to learn that there was, first of all, a heat advisory for today from 12 to 7 with a heat index of 100 to 105. So we were loaded up on water and got some body armors and had our cooling rags out. And we've gone about 12 miles on the road this morning. Been able to stay hydrated. We walked through some towns, so we were able to stop a lot and take breaks. We're very close to the Baraboo segment, so finally another segment done with this western bifurcation stuff. We had reservations for the Devil's Lake State Park for tonight, which we were super excited to get, the last campsite. And then, of course, back to the weather, we found out that tonight there are some storms coming through with predicted really big winds, potential hail, all the things that we can't really deal with in our tiny hiking tent, as we have had to discuss several times on this adventure. So the good news is we found a hotel that's only like 2 or 3 miles away from where we were going to end, so it hasn't derailed us too much. We're gonna miss out on Devil's Lake State Park, which is unfortunate because we heard it's really pretty there, but we have a safe place to stay. We have about 6 miles left today, and finally trail. It kind of looks like it goes through a town, but at least it's not all on the road, which is what we've been doing for the last several days. So looking forward to be back on trail and gonna make the best of it in the town of Baraboo. It looks like, if nothing else, it should be an interesting walk through town with maybe some parks. We're not really sure. And then we'll just go to the hotel again and hunker down for the night and hopefully wake up tomorrow to no more weather surprises. So we will check in later if we can. All right, bye. Good morning, friends. It's day 37. Check out these views. Ooh, we are at Devil's Lake State Park. Last night we made it to the connecting route between Baraboo and Devil's Lake State Park, and we could hear the storms coming. We had about a 2-mile walk off trail to get to the hotel that we secured for the night to stay out of the weather. And had seen a taxi go by, so I was calling and trying to get a ride set up, but it was incredibly difficult. They needed a lot of information to set up a profile before they could even get us a ride. And about 10 or 15 minutes into that phone call, we saw a dog. We were at a dog park. There was a pavilion there, so we at least had shelter if we needed it, but we saw a dog come up and he was scaring away the geese, and his owner came up and said, "Hey, you guys need a ride somewhere?" So I got off the phone with the taxi lady and he gave us a ride out to the Willowwood Inn. It was a cute little spot. And this morning we got up and made our way back over from there, walked it and made it here, and it's so pretty. I'm super out of breath because I just went up this huge thing of stairs, which I hope is ending soon. But I wanted to try to get this video so you can see it's so beautiful. Hopefully we can check in later. It's supposed to be super hot again today with a chance of afternoon thunderstorm, so yay. We will check in when we can. We're about 12 miles in. We get to a ferry, which we had no idea was happening until we looked at the trail last night. And I guess if we need to hunker down, there might be some buildings around there, so we'll see how the day plays out, but hopefully I can check in more to show some of these pretty sights we're seeing. Here we are. How beautiful is this? Wow, love it. Hello, friends. It is day 39. A lot has happened since I last checked in. So we were going through Devil's Lake State Park and it was beautiful and we were loving it. And there were like 3 climbs in a row there, and partway down the last one I started feeling a familiar pain in my back. So we stopped and took a break once we got out of that first climb, and I did some of my stretches and we climbed on. I say climbed because we came into the second one, which was a bunch of rocks. It was really pretty, but I was still feeling it, so I took some Advil, and I think I went on for about 8 miles and kind of finally just couldn't do it anymore. I was really having a hard time, so Marty took some stuff out of my pack and put it in his, and then he proceeded to put my pack on the front of him with his pack on the back of him and walked that way for 2 miles, hoping that that would help me get things loosened up. Unfortunately it didn't, but I carried my pack like the last 1.5 miles to a pub, which we were trying to get to kind of hunker down for some storms that were supposed to be coming through. It was also super hot still, so we were both exhausted from the heat and in a lot of exposed areas. So in general, just a hard day, and then adding in my back problems, a very difficult day. So we were at the pub trying to figure out what we were going to do next because our hotel was 10 miles away and we knew we weren't going to make it. And we happened to meet mom and her daughter there, Jess and Bella, and they welcomed us to their home for the evening, which was amazing. And when we got there, their friend Dave came and picked us up in a boat and gave us a tour of Lake Wisconsin and taught us all about the area and the history, and we had such a great time getting to know them and learning about the area. Unfortunately, when we were getting off the boat, Marty lost his phone in the bottom of the lake, so that was unfortunate. At that time, my back had actually loosened up and I was feeling better, so that was good. But again, unfortunately, I woke up in the middle of the night and wasn't able to get out of bed. So long story short, we made it across the ferry, and a trail coordinator came and picked me up and took me to her home and let me relax there while Marty hiked. This person was also able to get me in to see a chiropractor in the area, so I did that while Marty was hiking, and really grateful for Carla, the trail. I don't know if she's the coordinator or just part of the team for that area, but she was amazing and gave me lots of information for other people in the area that might be able to help. And got us a ride into Madison, or Middleton, which is right outside Madison, where Marty could get a new phone, and we could get a hotel and try to figure out what the heck we were going to do. And then at that time, Brian and Josh and Bob were supposed to be here the next day, and they actually left early once they heard what was happening and showed up on Thursday night, so they were able to get Marty to the trail this morning and kind of chauffeur me around and help me out. I have another chiropractor appointment tomorrow and a massage, so fingers crossed. I am doing better. I'm bummed not to be on the trail and missing these miles, but Marty's killing it. He did like 30 miles today and didn't have to carry a bunch, so that is awesome, and he's carrying on tomorrow, and I am hoping that after tomorrow I might be able to get back on the trail. So we will see, but hanging in there and hoping for the best.